Hey wizards, guess what? It is Kieran Kieran Gravehammer, and we are back for the next episode of the Death School walkthrough. I hope everybody's doing good. I am doing most excellent, and we've got to talk to Summerfield Gold as we look for...
Be still, my beating heart. A wizard come to save us. Sir Pike saved me from the Froudlings, but we lost several bags of grain that are desperately needed here. Can you find the bags of grain in the high road and bring them back? Once the supplies are secured, I'll help you find Sir Perry.
Yeah, we're trying to find Sir Perry, because Sir Perry was like the last guy with the Sword of Kings, and that's why we're here. We're here to get the Sword of Kings because Morganth's power has grown, and we've got to somehow stop her. And so that's why we're here. Yep, good times. And as like anything with Wizard101, when you go to a new world, you end up having to do a whole bunch of little things to gain everybody's trust. So that's okay. That's okay. Because they won't tell us straight out where the Sword of Kings is. And so we got to figure out where it was passed from character to character. Yep. And that just means that we've got some work to do. So I hope everybody's doing great. I am excited. I am back, and we are having fun. I hope you having a good week. My week has been excellent, So, we just got to take it step by step sometimes, and that's how it works. There we go. Got all the flour that we need. Very nice, very nice. Just a reminder, guys, that... we do stream every Monday night. Would love for you guys to hang out with us and chat on Monday night. I have a good time talking to you guys and catching up and seeing what's going on in your lives. It's good. It's good excitement.
Now the good folk here will be able to weather a hard season. Let me help you find Sir Perry Gilliam. His cottage is on the high road, a short way past the Wood Witch, Fiona Yellowknife.
Oh, well, you could have said that the first time, but that's okay. That's okay. That's how it all stays. So, just a reminder, the rules for the Death Walkthrough is we'll use crowns for stitches and for the occasional mount, but that's about it. Everything else, we go ahead and grind out, and we don't use crowns for anything else beyond that. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so... basically all the gear we've either earned or, because we are a member, we do take advantage of the membership tokens, and we'll buy like a pack every once in a while. And if we get something out of the pack, that's great. All the gear we're currently running with is all ground out.
Cursed wolf, thy fury inward on thyself, prey and consume thee. Oh, wait, you're not a red thorn badger. I've heard stories of a young heroic wizard who defeated Karanak, the horrid fire spitter. Might you be the one and the same?
You got it.
If you can prove yourself, I'll help with the noble quest to find the Sword of Kings. The fire spitter's spawn must be vanquished. They live in a poisoned well near her cave. Do this and survive.
Well, that sounds good. Other limitations on the walkthrough, well, and they're not big limitations, to be honest with you. Or should we say reasons why we're doing it is, one, of course, there's been a lot of updates to the game here recently, especially with the way they've added spell weaving to the game, the new Selenopodus update, and of course they've been adjusting quests for the first couple worlds. And so I wanted to make sure I had a chance to go all the way through it and give you a new updated walkthrough here. And we're doing Death because, well, I've never done a Death School before. So, yep, that is my motivation. I'm having a good time doing it. Like, for instance, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm wearing brand new gear that was added in Celestia, called the Atavistic gear, and I'm really loving this gear, especially for the spell weaving side of things, because it really allows you to customize which school you're weaving with. I've totally gone the storm with this particular wizard, but the nice thing about spell weaving is if you want to change up that wizard and go with a different weave, you can always go back and learn a new spell weaving school and go ahead and modify your gear, because the great part about this particular gear is this is level 50 pinned gear, so we can get pins that we can modify our stats to our secondary school and get exactly what we're looking for out of it. It's pretty awesome, I think. Okay. Let's go storm with these guys. Why not? Very good. Yes. Alrighty. What do we got here? You know what? I'm thinking about stitching up this wizard. I just recently hit level 77, so I do have the Sand Squid quest, which just popped up today. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I did get all the way through all the side quests up until this point, which is always nice. You know, always a good thing. Just haven't decided where we're going after that. But yes, I do all the side quests. Basically, we do every single side quest. We just do them offline, because if we did all the side quests and all the regular quests here in the series, then it would be a long series. I don't know if you've checked out any of my other walkthroughs, but they're well over 400 episodes. Yep, well over 400 episodes just doing the mainline quests. If that doesn't tell you how much content is here in Wizard 101, oh, I don't know what else possibly could. And that's one of the things I really like about the game, is there is a ton of content. Now, obviously, I could go through this a lot quicker if I just went ahead and ground it, but I find that the game's a lot more engaging if I'm actually taking some time. I'm enjoying it. I read through the quest lines, which there's so much great humor in the game. And if you haven't done a walkthrough for a while, or you haven't run a wizard through, it's really fun to be reminded about all the little jokes, all the puns and everything, and all the little things inside the game. I think that's half the fun of playing it, because it's really well done. I mean, you got good voice acting, you got well-written quests, you know, everything's pretty cool. And so if you're not playing the game through that way, I mean, of course, play the game the way you like, but I think you miss out on a lot of what makes Wizard 101 just a really fun game in general, you know. Like if you're doing the meta and you're just running it with AoE, blade, AoE all the time, I mean, that kind of takes a lot of the fun out of the game, I think.
A glorious tale of sword and fang.
Just for you, Sir Perry.
You are clearly a student of the legendary Merle Ambrose. Years ago, I was given charge of the Sword of Kings. Though a squire, when King Artorius died, I proved myself a worthy knight. In recent times, when the Fraudling army attacked, I was vexed by the thought of the Sword of Kings falling into their hands. I entrusted it to Sir Brennan One Hand. Last I heard, he was battling Red Thorn Knights. Defeat some to find his whereabouts.
Excellent. Okay, so Red Thorn Knights. Let's go ahead and knock a few of these guys' heads in. Very good. Yeah. So, you know. Yeah. So I think what I get the most out of playing in this game is just playing a little bit every day and just enjoying the quest lines and everything. And I think that's, my health is kind of low. I think that's part of why I've been playing it for so many years. I continue to find it interesting. I continue to have fun doing it, you know. And there you go. I do try other games, you know. Like right now in the background, I'm playing some No Man's Sky. I have my current Minecraft world in good standing. I need to go ahead and update it to the latest Minecraft release. There's some cool stuff that have been popped out in Minecraft. I've just been busy, you know. Unlike some people, this is my hobby, side gig that I enjoy doing from time to time, and I really enjoy making the videos. It's just at my real job. I teach physics and chemistry at a high school here in Texas. And that's the most important thing, because that's what keeps the food on the table, pays my mortgage, you know, and generally allows me to do fun things like make videos. So, yeah, we'll wait for Scarecrow so we can health up on this one. Why not? Some of the things I really like about Avalon is just how all sculptured the trees are and everything. It's a very, very Isle Britain type thing, you know. I think it's pretty cool, or at least it gives a pretty cool vibe, you know. I mean, that's one of the things I do like about how they built the worlds is, you know, they've done forests so many times, but each of the forests and each of the worlds has all their own very unique characteristics, and they have a good feel to them. You know, like they've done swamps a few different times, and different swamps have had their own look to them and their own feel to them. I think it's just some of the mastery of the game and how they've done really well with it.
Ali Sir Terence Thornwhip captured Sir Brennan and imprisoned him in the Red Thorn Tower.
That sounds about right. Let's talk to Sir Perry.
That scofflaw, Sir Terence Thornwhip, will duel with any knight. Any who lose to him end up in his dungeon. You must go to the Red Thorn Tower and ring the bell outside it to challenge the false knight Sir Terence Thornwhip. Go inside, trounce Sir Terence, and free any knights he has in his dungeon. Let me know when you succeed.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Let's go trounce a false knight. That way we can go ahead and get, what's his name out of the dungeon.
I hear your challenge and accept. Enter and face your doom.
As the sound of the bell fades, the gate to the Red Thorn Tower opens, beckoning you inside.
Well, I love those little visuals and animations that they'll add in. I think that makes the game come more alive. Very good. Avalon is a favorite of many Wizards worlds. You know, I think what a lot of people like about it is, you know, get you to that old King Arthur sword and sorcery stuff. The knights are pretty cool. The design.
You may be no knight, but let it not be said I'm not fair.
Let me get rid of this. There you go.
And I'll fairly throw you into my dungeon when you lose.
Okay, Sir Terence Thornwhip, we shall take up arms. Alrighty. Yeah, so I think that's part of it. Also, I think the storyline's a lot of fun because you're trying to find this the storyline's cool because you're trying to find the missing sort of kings, and it leads you into a really fun world, interesting interactions that eventually allows you to do some, well, I'm not going to spoiler it if you are new to the game and new to the world and new to the storylines, but it's a lot of fun. And the more you dig into it, if you are into literature, if you're into old Arthurian lore and stuff like that, you start to pick up on all the little Easter eggs. They pop all throughout the world, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, especially if you like British comedy. You know, the Monty Python Easter eggs are very awesome. You know, I think the game is. Yeah, I think those are just some of the really cool parts about the way they designed it and the way they put everything together that just make everything entertaining and fun. Also, Avalon's a really cool place because it does have an excellent opportunity to create some spells and learn some new spells. We just got to get all the way to Dundara. I believe that's where the that's where the guy who teaches you to craft spells is, and that's going to allow us to gain the Deer Knight spell. Now, right now we just had Deer Knight as a pet card, but as soon as we're able to train Deer Knight, then Deer Knight's going to be a heck of a lot more powerful in our deck. Not to mention, we'll be able to give Precious here a break, and we'll be able to train for a different set of attributes for a pet and update our pet. Which sounds about right. I think I'm almost to the point where I want to, you know. So what do you look for in a good pet, and what are some things you try to train for? What the heck? We'll just Deer Knight him. Well, here are the things that I look for in a good pet. Okay, things that I really like to find. I like to get damage. Yeah, I like to get damage stats from a good pet, especially in my main school. Another thing I like to get from my pet is an additional blade. Have an extra blade so that you can stack multiple blades, I think is huge, and definitely sets you up for more success and for more wins. Okay, let's go ahead and just kind of get these guys up. We're gonna take down Mr. Sir Terence. This is one of the reasons why I do have ghouls in my deck, because it does make life a little bit easier in these fights. You know what? Let's go ahead and kick this. There, that's not what I wanted. There we go. We'll add this blade up, and then... I don't know, the ghoul can be a pretty big hit on his own. Okay, we've done all the damage Deer Knight can do to him. Ooh. Yep. every time I go to a new world, it's all, you know, I'm trying to remember how these bosses fight and what direction they tend to take in the way they approach it. Yeah, cool, might finish them off. Let's go for it. And how aggressive they are, because they start to hit you a little bit harder than other bosses from other worlds. That's always the big learning curve at the beginning of a new world. Didn't quite finish them off. The worst part is usually that first big hit that they try to get you with right away, because the challenge with that first big hit is they start off with a whole bunch more pips than you do. That's one of the big challenges with a lot of the bosses as you move further into the game, is they'll have a ton of extra... You know what? He has a shield. It should still be good enough. If they got a ton of extra pips, and that first hit usually determines how well you're going to be able to survive the fight. I think that's one of the huge advantages a Death School has, just because with every, almost with a lot of the spells you have, is you can easily regain a lot of that health in every hit.
Take you, wizard. I am beaten. As I still have my own honor, you should free the knights below in the dungeons, lest they starve.
Sounds like a plan to me, and that should lead us to the missing knight that we are... Whoops, that would be a dead end. We are looking for. Also, I really love the way they made these towers, and they added dungeons to a lot of them, or you have stairs that'll take you up to, like, the lofts and everything.
Lord Thornwhip, send me a new toy. A wizard toy, not. Come here.
Ooh, well, secondary fight. I totally forgot this guy was down here. Also, there's some side quests you want to make sure you get early on in the game, okay? We'll talk more about these as we work our way through this. I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have a little bit of protection, because these guys are going to start hitting us right away, and I did not get all of my damage. I did not get all of my health back in before I went. Yep, see, look at that guy. He is coming at me hard, hitting me with an Orthrus right away. Whew. Yeah, good thing I did add those shields. That could have been a nasty way to start this off. See, it's all those extra pips they get at the beginning, where they can hit you with a really significant spell early on that can really make some of these fights really, really challenging. Okay, I'm going to kick these two, and that was not what I meant to do. Might still work for us, but but not what I was looking to do. Yes, mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made. Because that did not do anything for my health. It looks like at least it'll probably get rid of the Night Goblin. If it gets rid of the Night Goblin, I'll be happy with it. That means I need to adjust my strategy here for survival. Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's going to get rid of the Night Goblin anytime soon. Well, those shields were definitely a good option. Okay. Ooh, well, let's go ahead. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to kick Amplify for right now, and we're going to get this Death Blade up, so at least we need pips. That's what I'm worried about, is I want to make sure we get enough pips so that we can cast and get healthed up here. Okay. He'll be done, so I'm not going to worry about him anymore. Okay, I think we got the right things in our deck right now. We're going to kick Scarecrow out for right now. And, there we go. Okay, the Night Goblin is going to be gone here in a moment. We'll take at least... Yeah, I mean, we can take a hit from him and be okay for right now. Ooh, Okay, so we just had to deal with Big Ugly over there. The new models when they built this area, I thought were all really cool. Like Porridge here, the Ogre model. I love the owls, all the little owl sorcerers that are all over the place. Love them. I think the owls are pretty cool. All the knights, yeah, I think those are pretty nice. I like how they kept the theme going. Like, for instance, if you remember Marleybone, which is like modern Britain. Okay, we have all the dogs who run everything there. But then there's also this Avalon, which is like ancient Britain. So I always thought that was a cool way that they put all that together as far as creating the lore and setting it all up. I think it made it a lot more fun. But they kept the dogs as primarily the knights, and then they added like the badgers, as you saw, and the foxes. Yeah, foxes are an Avalon thing, which I think are pretty cool. Let's see here. You know what? Yeah, let's see if we can finish them off with a ghoul. Yeah, I love doing big ghoul hits. Of course, you know, like any big hit, it takes a moment to put it together. Okay. Porch, I do believe we are done here. Well, maybe. Should be. I mean, 3 blades and a feint? Yeah, that did the job. I keep forgetting if I have shields up.
The smelly brute drops a heavy ring of keys with a thunk. You use the keys to free the trapped knights.
Well fought. Thank you for freeing me, young wizard. I'll head back to Caliburn to rest up and speak to you there.
By Gamma, that's better. Many thanks to you, kind stranger. I too will head to Caliburn and join the knights there.
Okay, very good. Now, notice that there's a tapestry here. So there's 3 side quests that I would recommend you getting. They're collect quests. Ones are tapestries, just like this one. Look, it's Merle, Ambrose, and Artorias. Good. We collected a tapestry. The other one is the Crow quest. That is your extra training point quest from what's his face? You know his face. Yeah, Zeke. That's a Zeke quest. And another one is a scroll quest that you get from the same guy that offers you the tapestry quest, which is a monk in the area. So you want to make sure you pick those up, because where they put these things here in Avalon are all over the place. You'll find them in dungeons. You will find them in houses. You'll find them just in places. But if you're like doing if you're doing a quest and you go through it and you don't pick it up, then it's kind of a pain in the butt to have to go back and do it. A lot of times it will draw you into a secondary fight again. And, I just prefer, get all knocked out firsthand. Ooh, I love that hammer. You know what? I did get this hammer. Or I got a version of this hammer. The swords are okay. I think my favorites... Ooh, now see, that would be a cool sword to have. I'd like to get that. Yeah, you'll notice that some of those resemble some of the... what do you call those things? Oh, yeah. Some of the weapons that you can get by fishing in the moat in the elephant graveyard. So, yeah. I did that. I was doing that the other day with my Myth Wizard and picked up with that hammer. Pretty cool hammer.
A remarkable feat, good wizard. Merle Ambrose has taught you well. Although the king won the throne with the Sword of Kings, it was the Order of the Silver Rose that helped him keep the peace. Merle Ambrose dreamed up the order and crafted the stone table that was our symbol. Sir Brennan was the first of the knights. Seek Sir Brennan one hand at Caliburn. He can tell you how to find the Sword of Kings now that you have proven yourself.
Okay, well, let's go to Caliburn. And, of course, we're picking up all the good stuff, such as the, well, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I do watch out for side quests because they pop up a lot. One of the things about the Second Dark Worlds like this one, there are a ton of side quests. Like, there we go, Sir Guy Gascon. We're just going to go ahead and pick up that side quest right there. The guy we really want to talk to, though, is Sir Brennan One Hand.
Hail again, fair wizard. I owe you my freedom. You are searching for the Sword of Kings that the Lady of the Lake once bestowed upon King Artorias. Sir Patty gave me King Artorias' mighty blade to carry,
and before my foolish duel, I was smart enough to hand it off for safety.
Oh, there we go. Didn't find it.
Sir Justin Silverharp took it away from Avalon into the fairy forest of Weirwood. My map of the Weirwood is in my estate in the town of Caerleon. But the way is blocked by the 100-Year Bridge. The Harlequin Knight guards that bridge. He will not face you unless you are at least a squire. Ask Friar Nolan about a squireship.
Yes. And he also has a... Yeah. So it looks like before we can get to the Weirwood, which is where we need to go, and we have to do a whole bunch of little things. So I guess the Squire ship right now is the first one. So it looks like we've got to learn how to be a Squire here. Okay, Friar?
Hello, friend. The shrine to courage in the face of axe, sword, and poisoned arrow was sullied by Fomori giants.
I'll tell you what, the update to the Squire model the Friar model is fantastic. Look at this, guys. That's a great update. They were never this expressive before.
Defeat the Fomori to retrieve the sacred shield and sword and restore the shrine. Then I can squire you for your act of courage.
And of course, now I think No Pain Aggravain, let me see. Yeah, like you can see all the side quests popping up. Variations of the field. This will be side quest. Okay, this is a good one right here. No Pain Aggravain on the high road. We definitely want that because that is a new spell. So Friar Nolan right here allows you to do new spells as well. Now, are we going to do that? Well, we might. You know what? We might. Yeah, because that is a school spell. Okay, so yeah, you definitely want to talk to Friar Nolan and pick up his side quest because that is some of the spells you can, some of the spell quests you can get out there. Just like you can do that in what's that place? Starts with a big G. Oh yeah, Grizzleheim with Eric Widerun, I believe. Yes, he is also known for giving out those spell quests. But Friar Nolan is one as well. So those are some cool utility spells depending on what you're looking to, well, if you like to complete and get all the school spells that are out there, he's the guy you got to talk to. Okay, so you see these shrines behind me? They're all these shrines, and what we got to do is we're going to end up probably restoring a ton of these shrines. That's just the way this stuff usually works. So, bam, that's what we're doing. And that's going to allow us to get that Squire ship that we're looking for. Okay, well, it's just a matter of waiting for the pips right now. The Fomori are pretty interesting. That's another Avalon type of thing that is in the background. Yeah, one thing I really appreciate about the game is all the planning that they've gone to go into it, make it fun, so that I know when they started the game, they were really going after younger people, kids and stuff. Like, I started playing the game because my daughter, who at the time was she 6th grade? She really wanted to do some games like this, and MMOs were really popular, but I didn't want her running around in like WoW or anything. I wanted her to be in a place that it wasn't crazy because I was at the time where there was a lot of stuff going on with like Who Was Online. It's even worse now. But at the time, I wanted to give her a safe place to play. So we checked out the game, and I logged on with her and played with her. And I loved all the parental protections and stuff as well. Here we go.
You have restored the shrine to courage in the face of axe, sword, and poisoned arrow.
There we go. So we've done our first shrine.
Of course, you just might want to avoid that poisoned arrow.
Oh, I would definitely agree, narrator. Very cool. So let's head out and let's go talk to Mr. Friar Nolan. I do like how they set up the world because Caliburn is like, or should we say that the mound is right in the center.
You are truly a disciple of courage. I hereby dub thee Squire and charge you to serve with valor and courage, to protect the weak and defenseless, to live by honor and for glory. Young Squire, now return to Sir Brennan and let him know what you've accomplished today. Young Squire, now return to Sir Brennan and let him know what you've accomplished today.
I must have hit that again by accident when I was looking at my badge. Love my new badge. Very good. Yep, okay, so we are now a squire. Well, that wasn't too bad. I always forget how long the side quests, how long the main quests can, how quickly they can move if you're going fast.
Squire. The Harlequin Knight is a chaotic knight who has closed the 100-year bridge to Caerleon. You'll have to duel him, and win. Once you get past that rogue, search out my loyal steward Kay at my estate near the town round. He'll get you the map you need.
Okay, let's do that. To the Harlequin Knight in the High Road. I forget the High Road is how you get to Caerleon. And Sir Agravain is on the High Road too. You know what? Let's go ahead and pick up this quest. I usually don't do side quests, but since this is a spell quest for a death spell, I think we're going to go ahead and do it. Yep. I mean, we have to go this way anyways, so might as well just go ahead and knock it out. Yeah. It's just a little side offering.
Who trespasses? A meddling wizard? No matter. I'll box your ears and send you whimpering back to Caliburn.
Let's take Sir Agravain out and get ourselves a new spell for our deck. Alrighty, so let's approach it this way. We're gonna go full on death, so we'll end up dropping the Stormblade, but that's okay. Now, the tough thing about fighting storm bosses, they tend to hit pretty hard, pretty quickly. That's okay. I think we can definitely handle them. Whew. Okay, let's kick this to the side. I think we need to put that on him. Let's throw this up. Stack some blades. We're gonna, well, let's add one more blade because we don't have all the pips anyways. Nice thing about fighting storm bosses is that they tend to fizzle a little bit. Okay, well, let's hit them, and it won't finish them off, but at least it's gonna health us up pretty quick. Ooh. Oh, he's got some resist there. Well, we got rid of his companion, got rid of that Thorn Knight, so now we can focus on him. Alrighty. The Moon Shield's not going to do good, and it looks like we are out of spells in our side deck, so I gotta make sure I take a moment and fill my side deck back up with some blades. Well, here's the advantage, is that these guys tend to get really spell happy, so they don't save a lot of pips up, especially aggressive ones like storm bosses. So I think we're in probably pretty good shape here. You know what? We need to get another heavy hitter death spell in our deck, because right now I've just got the AoEs yeah, I need to put a Dr. Von in. I should also go ahead and put in a yeah, we're not going to need all those schools. Yeah, so I got to put another Dr. Von in. I should probably go ahead and put a Wraith in as well. That would probably be useful. You know, that way I have them there for them to do the job. I was kind of expecting that hit to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Thought Scarecrow would have been a little bit bigger. Very good. Well, let's blade up, get one more trap on him, and we'll get him knocked out. Give me a chance to get some more pips. Alrighty. Well, let's make sure he doesn't get back up. We'll Scarecrow him. That way we'll make sure he doesn't get back up. But yeah, we need to add a couple more cards to the deck just to help us finish it. Well, it helps when you don't fizzle, guys. Let's try that again.
The indignity of it! Defeated by a mere whelp!
You find the deck of spell cards Friar Nolan told you about.
Okay, yeah, and again, yeah, it's not a main quest, but I did want to point out to you that the spell quests are pretty cool. We're going to run up here real quick. This is a force of habit for me. Whenever I do any of these dungeons here in Avalon, is I do run up these stairs, and yeah, you know, it might not be quite necessary, but when you're dealing with the crows, yep, when you're dealing with the crows, you will find some of them stashed up here. Okay, in this case, not a problem, but I forget where they are, and I don't look them up ahead of time, so yeah, that's the reason why I took that little side wander there, but that's okay. We're going to get back to it. First, we'll talk to Friar Nolan, and let's see which spell we get out of him for this. I think this is well worth the time.
Many thanks. Please, let me offer you a spell suitable to your favored school of magic.
Ah, there we go. Mass Infection, negative 45 to all enemies. I bet you that is an outstanding spell to have when you are dealing with, well, I bet you that's great for PvP right away, but also if you're dealing with like a 4-on-1 fight and you're trying to give yourself a little bit more time and reduce the amount of damage you're going to take. If you're playing really tanky, it's definitely an awesome spell to have it. But like I said, we forgot to do that. I don't need a whole bunch of them in there now. You know what? There's something funky right now with Wizard101. Did you see that, guys? For some reason, yeah, I don't know. There's a bug that's been popping up. I've seen it a little bit out there where, you know, for some reason, yeah, and I don't need to relog in. But yeah, for some reason, when you use your left click to like do something like that, like I want to change the spell stuff right there, it gives you the spell description as opposed to letting you just like get rid of it. So Okay, guys, let's take down the Harlequin Knight and get into the city.
You pup! You are hardly a squire. Still, by the laws of the land, you can challenge me if you want a drubbing. If you wish to cross the 100-year bridge, you must face me and win. Meet me in the bridge tower and prepare to duel.
Okay, let's duel. You'll notice there are quite a few duels here in Avalon. And then we'll get through, and we'll move on to Caerleon. Caerleon. Sounds pretty French, doesn't it? Yep. Well, it does in both ways. Care is a Celtic British thing, but Leon sounds really French, doesn't it? Okay, we get to fight the Harlequin Knight. He is definitely going to be a tanky type of character. And I've got to, like, kick all these mass infections out as I do it as well. Oh, I forgot to add... You know, the other reason I was going to go to my deck is add those, add some spell cards to my side deck, and I totally forgot. Got totally distracted by my new spell and the fact that I couldn't cut it out of my deck right now during the video because I didn't want to, like, have to restart and everything. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll get that bug worked out so it's not a problem anymore. You know what? We're going to go for a big crushing blow. Yeah. I want to do a big crushing blow to this guy. Ooh. Ah. Yes. Saw a big hit coming from him too. No surprise there. We're going to kick Stormlord to the side for right now. And Deer Knight, because we're not going to need it. But we do need to build the hit up. Boy, those mass infections are going to be annoying until I can fix my deck. I guess I could have cast mass infection on them. I might still do that. We'll see. Unless I have a... So we're up to 3 blades. Ooh, can I draw? Well, that's the one I didn't need. Oh well, it's okay. Because I decided not to do Storm. I probably should just put it on anyways, right? We'll put that over here on this guy. Let's get this additional blade. So that puts us at 4 death blades. Oh. Oh, I am extremely grumpy right now. Ice. I think, though, we can pierce it. Yeah. We can pierce it, so let's do this. Although, I'm starting to get concerned about all the hits I'm taking. It's one of the things I do like about this hat robe set is this infallible card you get. And the infallible isn't just about accuracy, it's also about pierce. And pierce is a huge benefit. Yeah, that's going to give us plus 20% pierce. I really, we gotta do it. Because I'm afraid that if I don't do it now, that I'll die. I want to have a feint as well. Yeah, he's worried. He knows what's coming. Yeah, I'm afraid if I don't do it now, then they will, because since I don't have the initiative, I don't go first, they will knock me down. It's a fair scare. Yeah. Yeah, that worked out quite well. That infallible is so worth it, guys.
Enough! You may cross the 100-year bridge at your leisure.
That's excellent. And so, look around and look, there's stairs. Now, you might laugh at me about this, but especially like in these main quest line ones, yeah, I have been thwarted and had to go looking for the crows, because they will put crows in these mainline quest dungeons. Well, yeah, mainline quests. Yeah. And if you don't go look, that's always going to be the one that has that has the crow sitting up there. And if you don't do it, well, there you go. Then you don't get the crow. And if you want to go ahead and complete that quest later on, you have to come all the way back here to get it. Very, very good. But they're pretty cool. I mean, my goodness, what a tall tower. You know, you'd think they would have put like more floors on it instead of just like the top floor up there. But hey, I guess they weren't worried about that. Boy, those windows are so high. I'm such a small wizard, I can't even reach the windows. Yeah, look at how high those windows are. Wow. Yep, no ground floor windows for this wizard. Not at all. Okay, guys. We may now enter Caerleon.
Now that you are safely inside the city, it is time to seek out Sir Brennan's steward, Kay.
But unfortunately, guys, that is all the time we have. So next episode, we will explore Caerleon, and we will find the steward Kay, and we will continue our adventure. This is Kieran Gravehammer for the Death Walkthrough. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.